Hey, we're live,
What
baby.
can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
Here it is.
I want to make sure you win.
Show me the money.
Show you the money. Show you the money. Show me the money. Show me the money!
Good morning, everybody. Sunday Morning Gamblers Anonymous, episode 14. Here we are. We're back at it. My guy has recovered from the flu. Mr. Notter, what's up, buddy?
What is going on, everybody? It's Sunday. I'm feeling better. Still a little tired. Ended up being COVID, so that was cool. Hit me a lot harder this time than it did the first time when COVID was actually like a thing.
Yeah.
But feel better. It was a long week, but I'm happy to be back in the saddle and looking forward to what should be an interesting day of NFL football.
Absolutely. It's great to have you back. You might have had COVID, but COVID can't kick you down. You went 4-1 last week.
Listen, I try to pride myself on good decision making, and even though I was sick, I still studied, I read, I looked at some stats, and I continuously, for whatever reason this year, have had very, very good weeks, and I'm very happy about that. So hopefully some people have been taking my I don't want to say expertise, but some of my opinions and taking it and winning a little bit of money,
So the name of this track that we're listening to right now, it's called Completely Satisfied.
Ooh.
And you know what? I played this song for you, Notter, and for all the listeners wherever they are, because if you've been following my guy right here, if you can see on the bottom corner of the screen, he has an overall record of 36, 17, and 2. And if you're not completely satisfied, you're an idiot. However, I'm completely satisfied with what Mr. Notter has provided us here in our Gamblers Anonymous community, Gamblers Anonymous Nation, because I stink. I am complete doo-doo. If you went against me, you'd be doing pretty well. Huh?
Yeah, that's a valid point. I mean, so overall, it's one or the other. So
One or the other. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Our guy, B-Mac, he's currently out in Chicago today. He was out there. He was taking some beautiful photos he took out there for some family members. So he is not able to join us this morning, but we do have his picks. Notter, do you have his picks? I see you guys might be agreeing and disagreeing on some of these.
yeah, I do have his pick. Stand by. I'll bring him up real fast. Looks like he's got.
We're not going to get into them yet. Let's not get into them.
Oh yeah, we got percentages, right?
But maybe when we go over it, you can present those, because I do see a couple familiar picks between the two of you guys. But hey, let's just jump right in. Let's jump right into this. Oh my God, I didn't even put the percentages on here today.
Oh my God! What are you doing?
Dude, I've been over here having a grand old time. I'm going to pull it up real quick because this, sometimes I like to do things on the fly, believe it or not. All right, so Tampa Bay is at Atlanta, 65% like Tampa Bay plus 1.5 today. The Rams are at Baltimore, 64% say Baltimore minus 7.5. Chicago's at Detroit, 44% like Detroit minus 3.5. On the road, looking at the Indianapolis Colts, they are at Cincinnati, 58% are in favor of the home team, minus 2 there. Oh boy, the touchscreen's not working as well as I might like. Jacksonville at Cleveland, 32% like the Jags. Jags plus 1.5 with or without Trevor Lawrence, to be determined, not quite sure yet. Carolina at New Orleans, 35% like the Saints, minus 5. We have Houston at the Jets. Wow, 72% like Houston, minus 3. Zach Wilson back behind center today. That should be interesting. Minnesota at the Raiders. 46% like Las Vegas, plus 3 at home. Divisional game here. Seattle at San Francisco. 34% like Seattle, plus 13.5. Good one here. Rematch of the 2022 AFC Championship. 48% like Kansas City, minus 1.5. Buffalo at Arrowhead. Denver at the Chargers, 26% like LA Chargers, minus 2.5. Wow, a lot of money riding on those Broncos. Sunday night football game. The Fly Eagle Fly are taking on the Dallas Cowboys. 57% are in favor of Dallas, minus 3. And we have 2 barn burners here on Monday night. Let's start off with the Tennessee Titans. 21% like the Titans, getting 13.5 at Miami. And no, I don't want to look at the news. Why did you pop up? How about Green Bay at the New York Football Giants? Giants, 39% like the Giants. Green Bay is -6 over at MetLife Stadium.
I'll tell you who I like. I tell you who I like, Ray, and that's Jordan Love.
Jordan Love's been on fire.
Wow.
Green Bay's been that team.
I tell you what, man, like I picked him up in fantasy. I picked him up. He was available. I had to grab a quarterback, and I have a lot of confidence in that dude right now. He's playing very, very well.
You know what? I made the mistake earlier in the year, Notter. And by the way, you know what? Today's a big day. Not only is it football day, it's gambling day. It's degenerate gamblers every Sunday, Monday, Thursday night. There's fantasy football stakes on the line today.
Big day.
I have 3 leagues. All 3 of my leagues are it's the final week. It's the final week of your fantasy football seasons. I wish everybody the best of luck. Buys are important, man. Buys are important. How many? Notter, you got any buys coming into your fantasy playoffs?
No, I'm good, man. I'm pretty much good. I think my last buy was last week, and I should be good to go for the remainder of the season, I believe. I try to set it up that way. I look at the buys in the beginning when I'm doing the draft, and I hope that I don't have too many going into the playoffs, but I should be good as far as I have 3 leagues. I have one that I pay very close attention to.
Yep.
The other one I pay attention to. The third one was more just for fun. A group of our buddies just started one for fun this year for like $25 a piece. So that one's kind of like just
low level.
Yeah, that's no real loss there. But I try to pay attention. Everybody should try to pay attention to those buys when you're going into the playoff run here towards the end.
Listen, it's all about the bragging rights. $20 or $500, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Winner, chicken dinner. You know what? Let's jump right into the locks of the week this week, Notter. I'm going to start off. I love the 49ers today. You know, they're hosting the Seahawks. The Niners want to show the league, the fan base, why they are the best team in the NFL. Very convincing win last week at Philadelphia. Seattle has kind of been an up and down. It looks like Kenneth Walker may be back today. Charbonnet, don't know for sure yet. I think Charbonnet was a game-time decision. But that Niner defense is legit. Debo is back. McCaffrey is healthy. Brock Purdy looking like the MVP. Bang, bang, Niner gang, -13.5, Notter. That's where I'm staying. That's my lock of the week. What do you like?
Listen, I agree with you 100%, Ray. And when the 49ers have every single piece of the puzzle together on that team, I truly believe they're an unstoppable force. I mean, McCaffrey's unbelievable. Debo's back. They have some of the best offensive weapons in the game. I think you said it in the group chat last week. Debo he's a cheat code, man. The dude is unreal. Purdy, when he's got everybody available to him, he's unstoppable, right? So I too am in favor of the 49ers as my lock of the week. I truly believe we got our Super Bowl champions already right there, my friend.
I think so. I think so. We'll see what happens. Brian, looks like Brian likes the Detroit Lions today. No surprise there, as Brian is a Chicago Bears fan. The Bears played Detroit very tough on the road at Detroit. Should have had the dub. They ended up giving it away in the last couple, actually in the fourth quarter. Christ, I think they gave up, if I remember correctly, maybe a couple scores, and that was the reason the Bears even won. The Lions won because the Chicago defense just fell to pieces. So Brian likes the Lions. You have Brian's picks up right now, Mr. Notter?
I do. I have Brian's picks up. I hope he's having a nice little trip. Is he in Chicago or Boston? I thought I read Boston. Is he in Boston?
Oh, he is in Boston.
You said, well, he's from Chicago originally, so I get that.
He's from Chicago. My bad.
No, it's fine.
That's right.
I was looking through because I was trying to find it, and I thought he said he was in Boston, but then you said Chicago. I'm like, oh, maybe I completely misread it. I don't know.
What? I get confused. I also said Penn State got blown out by Michigan and Ohio State last week, and I was completely wrong.
That's not it.
So I apologize. I got excited, and I really thought that they got blown out in 2 games.
Yeah, it's all right.
Maybe I had a dream. I don't know. I apologize for all the Penn State fans. My mistake.
Listen, it's been tough for me, and get into Brian's picks in just a minute, but It's been tough for me paying attention to the NFL this week with all the crazy baseball stuff going on, and maybe we can talk about that on the hook this week. But wow, baseball's back.
Baseball's
and the Dodgers have a lot of money apparently.
Yeah. Well, you know what though, and people are like, "Oh, it's too much money, salary cap." I agree. They need a salary cap. It's insane. Like you know, we were mentioned in the group text, but all that money that they're spending on this guy, his merchandise is going to be sold all over the world.
Yeah, it's more of it's a business decision. That's what it is. It's a business, folks, and people that say, yeah, if you were to look at, I wonder what the taxes actually look like, the final product, and what he would actually take home in that contract. Because let's not forget, he's got to pay his agent too. So I'm sure somebody will finagle the numbers and get the actual amount of what that contract is worth. But wow, listen, it's a no-brainer for the Dodgers when you have all that deferred money. It's going to be another Bobby Bonilla. They'll be paying Ohtani until he's 96 years old.
Yeah. Listen, I'm all for the bad karma out there in LA. I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
They got to win, right? They got to win because they haven't won since the COVID season, which, in my opinion, is an asterisk. But that could be a conversation for the hook maybe later this week.
No, absolutely.
I think we can hammer the baseball talk. For
yeah,
sure.
we'll get on that. I'm sure Smitty would love to freaking hammer that as well.
Oh yeah, let's go, dude. So all right, guys. So I have Brian McDonald's B-Max, anything but a salads, 5 picks for today. So he likes He likes the Lions -3 versus the Bears. He also picked the Rams +7.5 versus the Ravens.
Interesting.
I'm going to be honest with you. I love Brian. I'm not so sure if I like that pick, but I'm not an expert by any means. But he likes the Rams +7.5 versus the Ravens. He's then going down the line to the Texans -3 -3.5 versus the Jets. I think we can pretty much all agree that that's it. That should be an interesting game, though. Zach Wilson is back, so maybe the game will be a little bit closer than we think. He likes the Chiefs Bills over 48.5, and he also likes the Cowboys Eagles under 52.
And tell me why that's not going to happen, Notter, and then jump right into your last 4 picks, because it looks like you got the over in that game, and I want to know why.
I do have the over in that game. I'll get into mine real quick. So I'll just start with that one. I love the over in the Cowboys Eagles. Listen, Cowboys have hit the over in the last 5 out of their 6 games. Okay, so the over is looking pretty good for the Cowboys. They've been absolutely on fire, putting up a ton of points. Dak Prescott looking like a stud. CeeDee Lamb looking like a stud. He's using all of his weapons. I truly believe that the over will hit in this game. And the last time Dallas and Philly played, the over also hit. The over was 46.5. So let's remember, a little bit further in the season, the Cowboys have gotten better. So I like the over in the Cowboys Eagles. I'm going to agree with Brian for my second pick. I like the Lions -3 versus the Bears. Lions are 4-0 against the spread as road favorites this year. So they've covered 66.7% of their games. And I get these statistics off the Sportsbook Wire. So if you guys think that I sit here all night and type and do mathematical calculations, I don't. I like the Lions -3. Let's see. My next pick, 49ers Seahawks. We kind of talked about this a little bit already. I love the 49ers -13.5. Seahawks have played pretty well this year. I think if they get the ball to DJ Metcalf again, like they have been, the spread is a little big for my liking, but overall, I think the 49ers just have the people in position to score a ton of points. My next one, Texans -3.5 against the Jets. This is going to be a fun game to watch, I think, because the Jets are a complete dumpster fire. They don't, first of all, much respect to our good friend Tim Boyle. We love you, man. Sorry it didn't work out. However, it's a shame that they released him and then picked up the other dude. I don't even remember his name. Simeon, whatever the hell his name is.
He's a C-man.
I'm all set.
Trevor Simeon.
Just a bad look for the Jets right there. You know what I mean? I don't like it. However, I do like CJ Stroud, and I like the Texans, and I think they're going to take the Jets today, -3.5 at a minimum. And my last pick is going to be the Jags versus Browns. Obviously, we all know that Trevor Lawrence is out. ETN is questionable with some ribs. He's got some rib injury possibly. Jags have a lot of dudes that are out today. A lot. Like I think 7 dudes that are normally starting or at least playing in the game are out. And Kirk is out too. So keep an eye on that. I think I'm going to play it safe on this one, and I'm just going to go Browns money line because I think the game is going to be close. But overall, I think the Browns take the game straight up. So those are my 5.
I like him, Notter. I'm not going to question anything that you put out there because it looks like you have a 36-17-2 record, which is a lot better than 11 games under 500.
Here's the thing, too. Don't be afraid to play it safe, guys. You know what I mean? A lot of people stay away from the money line because it's like, when you're looking at like plus 400, plus 500, I would just say stay away from the money line. I think it's okay sometimes to play it safe. If you want to win and you want to say, hey, I got that game right, like this game I think is going to be pretty close, it's okay to go money line, folks. It's all right. Don't lose yourself over the spreads and looking at the numbers and driving yourself crazy.
Agreed. And I loved me some money lines to kind of pat a parlay every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it'll shoot you in the foot, though, got to be honest.
It will.
I have one toe left from that. Just saying. All right, let me jump into mine. Shit show. Here we go. I love Baltimore today, -7.5. I'm not sure that the Rams have the firepower. They're a little banged up on the wide receiver core. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua. They haven't exactly been in 100%. Plus, Baltimore's one of those teams that I love to pick that I kind of have been veering away from. When I do pick them, they've done me well. They haven't been like the Pittsburgh Steelers. No matter which way I go with them, they say screw you, Ray. Yeah. My lock of the week obviously was the San Francisco 49ers. That's pick number 2. I'm taking the Bills today. I don't know what it is, but I love these big games, these tight games. There's so much on the line for both teams. More for Buffalo than there is for Kansas City. I love the firepower that Josh Allen brings with Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo offense. And as we're watching, we watched that Philadelphia Eagle game against Buffalo. That game was a shootout. Buffalo let it go in the second half, but Gabe Davis is going to be a big part of that offense today like he was that day. And the Chiefs, man, they're struggling. They've been struggling to really move the ball down the field. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have anybody besides Travis Kelce on the offense. Isaiah Pacheco is out today. Is it going to be Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Is it going to be Jerick McKinnon? Who do we know? I don't know. Hopefully you got him.
I think you're going to probably see a little bit of a rotation there. I think they're going to use both.
And you know what? I agree. So we'll see what happens in that game. Listen, Philly's coming off a loss last week. Coming off a big loss to the Niners. It's a bounce-back game. It's on the road. It's divisional. Everybody's on the Cowboys. Everybody's on Dak Prescott. Well, guess what? That Philadelphia front can apply the pressure. If Philly gets enough pressure to Dak Prescott, I see Philly big time today. I got the Eagles +3.5. Also, if Tony Pollard has the game that he could have, the Eagles are in trouble. Stop Tony Pollard, and then they're going to stop Dak. Mm-hmm. And then my last bet, my 5th bet, I'm going with Chicago, Detroit. I'm taking the over 43 points. Last time it was a shootout. It seems like Chicago likes to play to the level of their competition. It was a snooze fest last week with the Bears and the Vikings on Monday night. Nobody wanted to score any points. Detroit's coming to town. They're going to score. You have to keep up. Big day out of Justin Fields and DJ Moore. Plus, I need them too in fantasy. So, what am I betting on there? I am betting on a lot. I'm riding the Bears. Let's go.
I don't think the Bears are necessarily a bad pick, to be honest with you, because listen, the Lions. I mean, and not only that, Goff has been like really hit or miss over the past few weeks too. So I think if Goff gets off to a hot start like he did last week, and I think he had 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, maybe the first 2 quarters. Yep. I think he'll be all right. But the Bears, I don't disagree with the Bears pick. I think the Bears are all right in this game.
The over. I'm taking the over.
Oh, that's right. You're taking the over.
43. Right. Yes. I'm expecting some fireworks today.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens there. Hey, let's jump into our NFL parlay picks. Notter, I don't have Brian's picks up.
I don't think Brian did a I don't think
he
didn't do a parlay today. Yeah, he's busy. It's fair. You know what I mean? We really don't count the player parlays. I almost hit my one again last week. I'm missing them by one usually, one or two. But yeah, no, I don't have Brian's. I think he took a pass for today.
And you know what? Fair to him. He's been throwing some long shots out there. I haven't quite hit one yet, but we're due. We're due. You know, Notter, I was reminiscing, going through my photos, and I'm looking at some of these parlays that I was hitting at, 700 here, 800 there, 500 there. And I noticed that it's been probably a good 10 weeks since I hit one. So
well, maybe today's the day then.
I'm due. Plus, I went very minimal. I went minimal on the dollar amount because I seem like if I put $5 or $10, there's a good chance it's going to hit. So today, I did a $10 bet. It's plus 5204. It's not plus 17,000 like they have been. I feel like this one, it is a 6-legger. Is it possible? They're always possible. They always look good. They always look like they're a winner. So I'm going to start out. Justin Fields rushing over 62.5 yards last time they played together. The Bears and the Lions. Fields rushed for over 100 yards. I'm going over 62.5. I like Zay Flowers today. Zay Flowers over 45.5 yards. He's been pretty consistent around that number. Jacoby Myers over 40.5 yards today. I feel like the Raiders and the Vikings could be putting some points up. A name I mentioned earlier, Gabriel Davis, 38.5 yards. That's 2 catches for him. It could be 1 catch. Guy stretches the field, get him the ball. I'm going to go with the 2021 Heisman hopeful to Heisman winner to score a touchdown today. The Slim Reaper, Devonta Smith. He's going to score a touchdown. He's also going to go for over 57.5 yards. Those are my 6. Fields over 62.5. Flowers over 45.5. Jacoby Myers over 40.5. Gabe over 38.5. Devonta touchdown. Devonta 57.5 over. No wonders here today. What do you got?
Well, I went a little bit further. I did a 9-legger, okay? But they're coupled. I have 3 separate ones, and they're coupled with some other things. So I'll get started here. So the first 2 that I have the Houston Texans. I'm taking the spread there, minus 3.5. And CJ Stroud over 213.5 passing yards. That is going to be coupled. I'm going over to the Seahawks and 49ers with Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown scorer. I think it's almost automatic at this point with this dude, whether he's receiving the ball or he's running it in. He's going to score a touchdown almost 95% of the time, I think. DK Metcalf has been having a great few weeks. I have him at over 59.5 receiving yards. The next one is I'm going over to the Cowboys-Eagles. I have the Cowboys minus 3.5. Dak Prescott, I did some alternate passing and receiving yards for this too, so I adjusted it a little bit. I got Dak Prescott for 250 plus passing yards. Slim Reaper, going with him 50 plus. I know you said you did 57.5. I got him at 50 plus receiving yards.
You got better
CeeDee Lamb. Yep, CeeDee Lamb. I have him at 7 plus receptions today. Okay, I think he's obviously Dak's favorite target. There's no question. I think he goes off. And then for the last one, I have Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think he hits Kelsey today at least a minimum, maybe twice, because like you said, Ray, he doesn't really have the wide receiver options there. He's got that rookie. I'm forgetting his name now. Who's been Rice. That's him. Who's been pretty good, but last week they didn't look great. So I think you're going to see a lot more targets to Kelsey today. So I got real quick. Houston, Texas minus 3.5. CJ Stroud over 213.5 passing yards. McCaffrey anytime touchdown. DK Metcalf over 59.5 receiving. Dallas Cowboys minus 3.5. Dak for over 250 plus. Devonta Smith 50 plus receiving. CeeDee Lamb 7 plus receptions, and Mahomes over 1.5. That, folks, is plus 6,063 for the odds. I put $20 on it. $20 will pay you $1,232.77.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, and I didn't go crazy. I adjusted some of the yards and everything like that to a little bit lower. So we'll see. I mean, listen, I'm due for a parlay as well. It's a pretty big one, but I felt confident, and I think that Dallas Eagles game is going to be a blast to watch.
Yeah. I mean, what a way to end what a way to end the day. with a solid football game. We have some pretty good games today. Some meaningful games. You know, the Jets in Houston. Let's see. Lock is San Francisco. All right, Dave. So just to kind of go over what we did pick today, Notter and I both agreed with you that San Francisco minus 13.5 is the lock of the day. Our buddy Brian, who's not with us, he said Detroit minus 3. A couple of our other picks, Notter was going with the money line for Cleveland. He liked the Lions minus 3. Houston minus 3.5. The Niners, like I said, he likes the over in Philly-Dallas game. Philly. How's that one, huh?
Yeah,
how am I doing?
Good. I like it.
He liked the over 51.5. Brian liked the Rams getting 7.5. He liked the Texans as well. He likes the over in the KC Buffalo game at 48.5. And he liked the under, going against Notter and the Dallas Philly game under 52. I like the Ravens minus 7.5. I love Buffalo getting 1. I love the Eagles getting 3.5. I like the over 43 in Chicago, Detroit. So now, with that being said, he said, really, now I'm worried. Listen, I've hit my last 2 locks. My last 2 weekends, I have hit locks. So I went 3-2 last week, 2-3 the week before. Locks on point. That's it. That's it, man. We wrapped it up. Tuesday night, we're going to jump on here and we're going to do we're going to go over everything that's going on. And there's a lot going on, like Notter mentioned earlier in the show here. A lot of baseball, a lot of money, a lot of money
going around, a lot of trades going around. There's a ton to talk about. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Baseball, you could talk to, like right now, you could go 2 hours just on baseball with all the stuff that's been going on.
Man,
crazy.
There's some other news out there. We're gonna hold on to that. We're gonna hold on to it for Tuesday. Notter, what's your departing words, my friend?
Don't chase your losses, folks. It's okay, right? So if you lose a little money in the beginning in the afternoon games, the 1 o'clock games, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't be if you lose a lot, don't try to catch up on the in the 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock games. However, have a great day, everybody. It's going to be raining too. I think pretty much torrential downpours like this afternoon. So enjoy, stay home, relax, have a beer, have some food, watch some good football, some good games on today. So everybody enjoy. That's all I got.
It's fantasy football championship weekend. Either you're in the playoffs or you're home on the couch. You want to take a picture dressed like a unicorn? No. Don't lose fantasy. You want one of these things right here. Now, you don't want to do what I did. You don't want to do what I did.
Oh, you dropped it.
I dropped it. Actually, it was in the trunk of my car.
Not good.
It was in the trunk of my car, and it fell off my golf clubs. And next thing you know, I had to replace the trophy, which was fine.
That's a sweet trophy, though.
Which was fine because guess what? I got to keep this one.
Perfect.
I got to keep it. I cherish it. I slept with it last night because it's important to me. I got my ring on today because it's important to me. 3 leagues, 1 bye, maybe 2, maybe 3, actually. I could end up with 3 buys in 3 leagues, which is insane. First year ever.
Nuts.
But this is what we're playing for. Rings and things and these things and more things. So those are my departing words. Good luck to everybody. Go after it. Go get it. Enjoy yourself. Chasing is a pro strategy. By the way, if you or anybody you know, and we always end on this, oh, God darn it. If anybody you know has a gambling problem, please reach out and dial